guys, Visa stock technicals to watch today. It's November 17th, Wednesday. Stock is down 5+% so far on a news that Amazon to stop accepting UK issued Visa credit cards. And Visa was commenting in the morning saying that they're very disappointed that Amazon is doing that. But let's have a look at the technicals from here. Stock was a couple days ago already not showing as much strength as MasterCard, their next competitor, right? So if you compare two charts, MasterCard was nicely recovering from these lows of pretty much beginning of the month, versus Visa wasn't doing that and was chopping around. So if you're someone who buys, if you're someone who comes, take a look at the sector, right? Let's say you want to buy any semiconductor stock and you're looking at Nvidia and AMD pretty strong and relatively other names are lagging. I mean, you shouldn't go and buy Intel or Micron because those 3 are doing. It's best, a lot of fund managers do that too. People like to buy relative strength more than relative weakness. So, but if you do happen to do opposite, well, that's what you have to deal with, because it's going to be difficult to navigate through when you see these kind of days, because most of the time those reasons are for fundamental reasons, whether company is big or small in the same sector. It all depends on what they're doing, and price reflects that. So with Visa's case right now, I was looking at, well, how much it's down right now from its all-time highs. So basically measure this 252.67. That's their all-time highs. And we know the typical correction, I mean, not typical, but the top of the line correction is 20%, right? So if you measure 252 all the way, basically exactly 20%, that would bring you somewhere here at $201, $202 level. So basically, that's the level it needs to hold, not to fall into a bear market. Because if you see any stock down more than 20%, you want to be a little bit careful, especially with these kind of big names, because these fintech stocks, that's how they call themselves, financial tech, they are pretty big companies. Visa, MasterCard, PayPal. So today, Visa is the biggest loser. Of course, other stocks are down. And when these kind of stocks drop 20%, you want to be extra cautious, all right? I prefer to catch a stock on the way up rather than trying to bottom ticket. So for me, that's that level right here that I'm watching, 203. That's the support I'm watching at the moment. And if I zoom out a little bit more, I have other levels. So except for 201 we mentioned, that's the number for algorithms that will try to buy. So that's like a 20%, exact 20%, 201, 90-ish. So, but if it doesn't hold those levels and the stock rolls over more, then I have a support at 193 and then below at 180. So those are the two support levels for the stock I am watching. To the upside, well, 220 looks like has been acting as a resistance, and now from here, well, it might try to fill the gap, which is from 212, but it's going to take time. So it's first day after that news, and there were a lot of people right here who tried to bottom tick this name, just like I said, people who try to buy relative weakness. All right, people who look at MasterCard and say, shoot, I didn't catch it, let me go get Visa instead because it's relatively weak. So all these people are now underwater. Basically, those people are down, and you shouldn't expect, like, I personally don't expect like bounce immediately from here, because look how many people got trapped. So you want to let people who are upset out and pretty much let other people find a bottom. That's the whole point, basically, I'm trying to say. And in this video, I will also take a look at maybe moving averages. Let's have a look at the moving averages, and then we're not going to look at the option activity. There's no point of that looking at. So if you can see, 50-day simple moving average, whenever it's trying to downtrend like this, that's another sign of caution. It's like, well before the stock drops. I usually get concerned whenever 50-day stops uptrending. So basically, if 50-day is uptrending to the upside, just like it was going higher right here. So this is yellow line on my screen is a 50-day. Well, it's okay to come in and buy the dips, buy the support levels at that level, because whenever it's above the price above 50-day, many people usually use it as a support, and they don't hesitate to buy at those levels. So that's another thing. What about the MACD? So was MACD giving you any hint that this kind of drop is about to come? Well, MACD didn't have any signal that it was trying to go up. So it was pretty much shopping here. It wasn't doing anything. But let's take a look at it different time frames maybe. I don't want to make it too long, but let's switch quickly. Look at the weekly chart, monthly chart, and then maybe even yearly chart. We'll take a look at it. So this is a weekly chart. On a weekly chart, basically, this is second week of a negative action so far for the past 2 weeks. And this is a monthly chart. So on a monthly chart, you see Visa was down. Well, I haven't seen Visa being down more than 3 months in a row, but we still have November, well, 2 more weeks, I guess, from here. But we have 4 months in a row, basically, Visa coming down. What about the yearly chart now? Let's have a look at the yearly chart, what it has been doing for the past, let's say, 10 years. So that's a different picture. So if you're someone who does look at these kind of big picture charts, I mean, this is totally different perspective. Look, for the past 10 years, it has never been negative for the year. So maybe at the end of the year, you will see the stock above 220. Keep going up and up and up every year. But if you look at it year to date, well, year to date, let's measure this drop. How much it's down year to date? Well, year to date stock is down only 8%. All right. So at the end of the year, maybe when a lot of people try to take profit on their big runners, they usually come into these kind of stocks. They pay attention to these kind of stocks. But just like I said, I'm not going to look for a bottom here. I'll just let other people find it for me. So, and I don't have a position. I'm not trading it. But that's the technicals, I guess. A little bit more of a mumbling, but sorry about that. These are just my thoughts. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.